Back to Mike and Mike, I'm Cassidy Hubbarth. The baseball season is officially in that stretch run where the wild card races are tighter than yoga pants and division leaders closing in on their magic numbers. But even with the pressure high, there's still a lot of room for fun. And yesterday was filled with the great moments on the diamond, including our own Tom Jackson, who recently retired after a near 30-year run with ESPN. He threw out the first pitch yesterday in Cincy, and who better to narrate than his partner in crime, Chris Burke.
You are ever
insane.
seen in my life. You had good style,
I do-ish, kind of. I don't even have to have good style. Those are bad.
Greeny likes to say these are straight.
No, they're not.
These are all volcanic eruption. I can hardly. My feet are so hot. I can hardly walk.
Yo, let's talk about someone who is straight fire. Lamar Jackson taking on your Seminoles this weekend. Break down the biggest problem for that defense.
All right, Florida State better be ready because this is what we're.
Her uncertainty dripping with intention. Megan Rapinoe again refusing to stand for the national anthem. It's the second time in recent days the 31-year-old has taken a knee, but the first while representing the red, white, and blue. Her silent protest screaming for meaningful dialogue around prejudice as well as racial inequity. The U.S. team taking on Thailand in a friendly in Ohio Thursday night, where the midfielder says she's prepared for backlash, as her intention is to ignite conversation. After the game, I love stats. Greg Ward Jr. just rubbed some tussin on that shoulder and tallied another gem. The Heisman hopeful now has 5 games with 2 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown since the start of last season. Tied for most in the FBS and tied with none other than Louisville's Lamar Jackson. Head-to-head Heisman hype man in this race. But tonight, Greg Ward Jr. getting my shout-out stat of the night.
Will be playing for the Golden State Warriors. News of his free agent move, it made SportsCenter and in pretty much all the papers. Golden State, dynamic recruiting pitch, and then they paid him so much money he can actually afford to buy a house in the Bay Area.
Know what else he did? Also ponied up for big fat tattoos of Tupac on his calf, Rick James on his thigh, covered in ink this summer, and smothered in Draymond as well while sorting through the biggest decision of his career. Green admitted Thursday to his stage 4 clinger status throughout this highly publicized courtship.
Good for him. Good for Conan. And you know what else helps? If you're recruiting a guy, if you don't kick him in the crotch, that always helps. Draymond and Durant, of course, they're besties. They went to Brazil this summer and got matching gold medals. Very nice.
My question here, is there room for Russ, or is 3 a crowd and this Step Brothers remake thing going on, not happening?
Oklahoma City.
Yeah, phone blowing up.
Let's be honest, you cannot escape life without having at least one moment. It's just that for most people, luckily, that moment doesn't involve the words brain and tumor at the age of 20. For NASCAR driver Matt Tifft, Dalvin Cook and Lamar Jackson know each other like few other college players do. 3 years ago, Cook's Miami Central High School took on Jackson's Boynton Beach High School in the Florida High School playoffs. The two teams put up nearly 100 points and combined for nearly 1,000 yards of total offense. Cook's teams got the win en route to a state title. Now the stakes just a little bit higher now. Cook in Florida State, Jackson and Louisville. It's number 2 and number 10. And Cook just hopes the end result is about the same as it was 3 years ago. Here's Will Reeve.